Capoeira is an expression of life with soul, with style, with attitude, with determination, tenacity, and humility. So practitioners of Capoeira play in Rodas. That's what we do.
FICA Philadelphia is one part of an international organization dedicated to preserving the tradition of Capoeira Angola.
So I get a lot of inspiration to teach from watching my students move, watching my students sing, play, watching a new learner pick things up, and you're like, wow, you know, the way that they pick that up, I could pursue that way of passing it a little bit more, or the way that they didn't pick it up.
Capoeira Angola is a manifestation of the African diaspora, influenced by rituals from a variety of African cultures. Enslaved people in Brazil were banned from playing capoeira in the 19th century, but the movement persisted until capoeira schools were finally legalized in the 1930s.
Brazil is more challenging because they're the last country in the Western Hemisphere to abolish slavery, all the way up to roughly 1890, 1889. And then shortly after that, there were laws that prohibited people of color, people of African descent from gathering. You're not allowed to gather. And gathering means have a birthday celebration, a funeral, a wedding, you know, become educated, you know, attend school. So this need to be able to operate under oppression and move in a certain way without, you know, kind of getting the alarm sounded, and also just moving in a certain way where people have their guard down. You know, most folks come into capoeira, we have three main elements, three main aspects, right? So we have our movement, we have our music, and we have our song. Being able to talk and express and share what capoeira is, that's also part of it. We're in North Philadelphia at the MLK Community Center. We've been here for probably more than 20 years. We are able to teach classes for our community. We're able to provide workshops for groups of all ages. The berimbau is extremely important. Mestre even mentioned that the berimbau is the primitive, or the first mastery of the Capoeirista. To play this instrument, to be able to connect with this instrument, whether you're playing it or whether it's being played for you. If it's being played for you, can you connect your movement? Can you connect your body? Can you connect your thoughts? If you're playing it, can you be supportive? Can you be guiding? Right? All these things happen when you play this instrument. Okay? Right? So we have quite a bit responsibility when we play berimbau. Quite a bit of responsibility, all right? All right, so that breaks over. Pick that berimbau up. Open tone. I'm not going to use the dobrao. Open tone. Good. Y'all missing something. Show the attitude. You're all right, you're here, you see? Okay? All right, so let's try it. Yay! We start with trust, and then you know, Brazilian Portuguese word that you know, we have here with people that care about each other, but it's I guess like a strong representation, carinho, right? So we have this way that you the way that you connect with people. We have that strong connection, this sweat equity, this. You know, I was here when you started. You were here when I started. You hear, you know, that type of thing. And, okay, make that V. Way over there. And way over there. More over there, more over there. Yes. Yeah, that matters. Meia lua. Okay? Meia lua. Okay, so we're going to do our cross and then armada. Okay, do your cross, armada. So capoeira there's a need, especially for marginalized folk, people who are unfortunately do not have resources or power. You cannot always approach things in the direct way that folks that do have all the resources and power tend to approach things, right? Maybe I could, adapt something. And then there are moments where you can see that there's a struggle, and one of the definitions of capoeira could include the word struggle. And it's all right, It's all right to not be so confident right away in everything.
I think in this world, it's difficult for people to make connections with people around them, with things that are really meaningful and real. It can be the fabric of your world, your family, your community, and it's important to maintain that. It's important to keep making sure it's available, for the youth, for the children that are coming up, that they know, hey, we have this really welcoming and really supportive world around us, and also this option to make ourselves better by learning these activities, these traditions that are still really valid and very empowering. I think it's important to maintain it, to continue the legacy of Capoeira Angola.